I want to start off by sharing with you one of my favorite go-to breakfasts, which I eat almost daily. It's quick, simple, delicious, and supports clearer skin. Now, one of the first things I've noticed during the experiment is that it's best to start off your day with a balanced, low-sugar meal. And this also avoids that you're going to experience blood sugar spikes throughout the day, which usually happen after 2 hours. And then there is the potential that you could crave for something sweet, which then could mess up your skin. So today I want to show you how you can make my go-to omelette. I want to go over the different ingredients and show you step by step how you can cook it yourself so that you can repeat it at home. So let's get started. For this recipe, you'll need 3 eggs, preferably free range, some fresh chives, garlic flakes for the anti-inflammatory properties, and a bit of a sweet bell pepper powder for a mild, slightly sweet flavor. And if you like heat, you can add some chili powder, but that's optional. You can also add some goat or sheep cheese, but that's up to you. And finally, salt, just about 0.5 to 1 gram, and butter for cooking. Now there's something important that I want to mention when choosing your bell pepper and chili powders. I recommend going with organic versions, as independent researchers have shown that non-organic spice powders can contain extremely high levels of pesticides, some with as many as 23 different residues per unit. On the other hand, organic versions were nearly all pesticides free, so I highly recommend choosing organic whenever possible. And this doesn't just apply to these spices. Being mindful of pesticides in general is super important. Otherwise, I would even say it's best to skip using these spices altogether and just stick to rock salt, as I truly believe that pesticides are one of the biggest contributors to breakouts. It's a small change, but it can make a big difference. So let's get started with cooking. First, crack the eggs into a bowl or container. Then add your salt. Around 0.5 to 1 gram is just right. You don't want to overdo it, as too much salt can easily overpower the flavor. Then whisk the eggs. Next, heat your pan to around 130 to 150 degrees Celsius and melt a bit of butter. If you don't have a heat measuring tool, I highly recommend getting one. They are very affordable online, and honestly, it's a total game changer. Why? Because cooking at very high heat can create substances that not only contribute to breakouts, but are also linked to cancer. It's really important to avoid that. Speaking of healthy choices, I personally prefer to use butter instead of plant oils, maybe with the exception of avocado oil. But butter helps to enhance the flavor, and I found that it doesn't trigger my acne in a way that many plant oils do. So my suggestion, go for butter. Once the butter has reached the right temperature, add the eggs. Next, sprinkle in the chives, garlic flakes, bell pepper powder, and chili powder if desired. You can also add some cheese. I recommend goat or sheep cheese for its rich flavor and digestibility. Cook the omelette for several minutes until it's well done and has a nice golden color. I recommend cooking it fully for better digestion. Some proteins and anti-nutrients in raw or undercooked eggs can be harder to digest and may contribute to inflammation or breakouts. The safe option is always to cook it through. And here it is, your protein-packed, blood sugar-friendly breakfast. Now this meal is amazing to start your day because it keeps you full for hours, keeps your blood sugar steady so that you won't experience the spikes and crashes, which then also reduces inflammation in the body. This also reduces your acne flare-up and supports clearer skin. Now you might be wondering what to pair this with. Well, the simplest and safest option would be mineral water, or if your area offers a clean and good quality tap water, that's fine too. If you still want to enjoy your coffee or tea, yes, that's fine, but be mindful that some of them can contain high levels of pesticides residue, similar to the spices, which is something that we're trying to avoid because it could have a potential effect on the skin. So pick brands that have been tested. This would be my best advice. Now lately I've been enjoying my Lupin coffee. This is a coffee alternative. It just tastes like coffee, just a bit nuttier, which I still enjoy. And it is caffeine free, so I won't experience those energy spikes throughout the day either when drinking it, but still enjoying the taste of it. Now I prefer to drink it black, but of course if you want to add a bit of sugar, that's fine. My recommendation would be go with 1 teaspoon of sugar and that's it, because the more you add, the more it's going to mess with your blood sugar throughout the day and the more you feel like being on a roller coaster, which is also something that we are trying to avoid. And that's it, super easy and super delicious, and this is the perfect breakfast to start your day. Now I would love to hear from you in the comments below. Did you try the recipe? Did you change something? Or if you have any questions about certain ingredients that you want to add, let's discuss this. And I'm going to enjoy now my omelette, and I'll see you in the next one.